Congratulations with a new song out that has a message that I think all of us kind of need to hear in this time in our country. Ethan Gold is joining us to talk about Our Love is Beautiful. Hi, Ethan. How are you?
Great to be here. Thank you. I'm good.
Good. Okay, so first of all, I love the song. It's beautiful. It's beautifully written. I mean, the melody is beautiful and calming. Tell me a little bit about why that message is so important to you right now.
Well, we hadn't intended for it to come out in the middle of the kind of craziness that we're experiencing in the world and in the country right now. But I think I've, for a while, wanted this song, which was a song that I'd had that was sort of floating around the internet of mine. And I knew there were a lot of fans of the song, and a lot of people interpreted it, not wrongly, but as a romantic love song. And I wanted to make an expression about, the song's called Our Love is Beautiful, and to express it really as like a love for all of humanity and the unity of all people, which sounds a bit like, it's one of those things people say, but that's something I really wanted to bring across with the music and the visuals of the video coming together to kind of say that without having to say it like in a sentence.
Right. We're going to talk about the visuals in a second, because the visual I think is really important. But I want to talk a little bit more and dive a little bit deeper into the message, because, you're really talking about the self-love, the human connection. You're talking about connection with the nature and the earth. And yeah. I think that's one of those messages right now in this kind of time of chaos and uncertainty, that it's just something to help people kind of get back in focus what's real and what's true.
Yeah, I mean, I feel we as a culture, as a civilization in a way, have been driven by a kind of individualistic impulse and a kind of taking care of yourself impulse, which isn't bad. I'm not saying that's bad, but there's also a perspective of connection with others and even connection with yourself that has been fairly missing if you look at the culture like as an entity, and so I really wanted to bring that forward, and it just so happens it's coming out now in a time when in a way there's been a lot of division for a long time, and there's a lot of pain happening right now with the rioting and the pandemic and all these things, and but in a way, these are what we're seeing now is the kind of harsh flowering of something that's been going on under the surface for a long time. So I think for me as a songwriter, wanting to kind of tap into like our better angels, and to express what I feel needs to be expressed as a culture and as a civilization, and on an individual level as well, this sense of connecting with yourself and caring about what you're doing, connecting with others, whether it's a loved one or friends, your community, and the whole community of humans on the planet and the planet itself. I had a song, Never Met a World Like You, which I put out, which is also going to be on my next record, but I put out a video for it at the end of last year, which was really, in a way, like the planetary expression of what I'm doing with people in Our Love is Beautiful right now.
Right. Now you mentioned the people with this song.
Yeah.
And I love the concept that you have for the music video. And I know we're going to show it right now. How beautiful is it? How in the world did you get all of those people to sing the lyrics of the song? There's so many people of all different colors and genders and looks and ethnicities. It's really a beautiful visual interpretation of what you're talking about.
Well, I had a head injury some years back, and making this video was for me stepping out into the world again. I knew there were fans of the song around the world, not on a super mass level, but the song had leaked and was floating around, and so I put out a call for people to send in footage. But then I also went around the world myself with my crew, which looks like this, and it was a little smaller. It was an older phone, but I just wonder. I got one of those round the world tickets, which I'd heard about since I was little. That they have these special bargains if you only go one direction. The airlines, it's a kind of thing some people know about. So I was like, okay, maybe time to do one of those things. So I put together an itinerary that took me around the whole planet, and brought my crew. You just
walked up to strangers and you were like, can you sing some of this song?
It was, I mean, there were some people I knew, and there were also strangers. There were places I went where I, didn't know anybody. And in a way, it forced the way I set it up forced me to do what I'm talking about, which is to connect, because it was like, it wasn't just like tourism. Like I'm in a foreign country. Some places I knew people, some places I didn't know anybody. And I get to go out and meet people and connect enough to get enough trust where they'll participate in this thing. And so it was really, as a kind of generally introverted personality, it was really a really good challenge for me, because it was everywhere I went. I was forced to break out of that kind of private
introverted shell. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go meet some people who may know me or may not know me at all, and I'm going to connect with them. And so the video really is a expression of it's a trip around the world, and it's also people sending stuff in, so
well, it is beautiful. The song is called Our Love is Beautiful, and people, and you also perform on your Instagram live every Tuesday and Saturday, so people can connect with you there. How can they find you, and how can they find the song?
The song is on the streaming network, Spotify, Apple, Deezer, whatever people use, and it will be on my record Earth City, which will come out later, probably end of this year. And Ethan Gold is my name, and it's also my handle on the social networks on Instagram and so forth. So yeah, I've just started, with the quarantine. I had never done live streaming, and I just kind of finally was like, okay, we're not doing shows right now, so and it's actually kind of lovely. I've connected with some new people, and it's really like a conversation where I talk with the people who are watching through, I talk or they type, and I talk, and I choose songs that they want to hear of mine. And it really is like it's an intimate, it's different from a show at a venue.
Sure, because you can actually have a conversation with people.
Yeah, in some ways, there's some really, really amazing things about it. So I've been enjoying it, and it's a challenge for me, and it gives me a chance to learn my whole catalog, because I'm getting requests. I'm like, okay, I gotta brush up on all that stuff. So,
well, Ethan, it's been lovely to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck with the rest of the record. We can't wait to see come back and talk to us when the album's out.
I'd love to. Thank you.
Great.